All right, welcome back. We have a knife here. I think I know what this is, but it may not be, so we will see. I was just about to set out a whole bunch of Demcos, and then I saw something was in the mailbox. So I decided to go pick it up instead. I'm overdue for taking a look at the Demco collection, and I'll do that after this. That'll be fun too. But when you got a mail call, you kind of got to do it. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, get it out of there. Oh. If I only had a knife. Is that joke getting old? I don't know. All right. Try and be nice and careful here. All right, what do we have here? That's an interesting box. Let's go the other way. Not sure what the top is on this one and which is the bottom. I guess we got it right, I think. And there it is, the Triiaxis Midnight, which is kind of cool. I bought a new one of these and he uses a bit of a different system now. It's cool. It comes with an extra, looks like a lock bar insert, and is that a lock bar insert or something else? I think that's a lock bar insert. And some bearings. And this particular one handles machine diamonds, frost blue on the hardware. Oof, that is a nice looking one. I'm kind of bummed. I just sent my other one in for service. Would have been nice to have these side by side, but all good. Let's see what it's like. So this is number 4. This is like one of the first ones that he made and sold. And this popped up on Blade forums, and I was like, I'm in. Oh, that's cool. The blade steel is right here. Come on, we're not getting good. Let's get this guy out of here. Maybe it's zooming on this. Got the blade steel right there, which is pretty cool. And the action is just as good as the other one, which is to say that it's very good. I like this pocket clip. Not only is it really cool how he does this on here, this one's got a nice little frost ano on there, this frost blue post-tumble ano. Interesting. So this was made February 4th, 2022. So this is made over a year ago. I'm doing this review in March. The action is not quite as drop shot as the other one. It gets a little hesitation, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. The other one I got was a little sharp here. This one is a little bit too, a little bit. Feel in hand, very similar. There really looks like there are very few changes. He did do the grind differently. The other one I had has a much bigger bevel on the grind. But it looks like this one's also mirror polish like the other one I had, but a much smaller bevel. So he's actually, looks like he's changed his sharpening method slightly in the last year. Again, I wish I had the other one here to compare, but no problem on the sharpness there. Nice and sharp. Not necessarily Spyderco, but right up there. And the action is really great, just like the other one. If you give it enough whip, it does close all the way there. So yeah, I'd say it's like pretty much just as good as the other one. These are really cool, and I have to say, like, the other one I got is really neat with the acid etch blade, but this one is this is more my speed. So I think this is my keeper. I got a buddy who's interested in this. Now on the other one, I didn't know, because I was like, first time opening the box, didn't expect it. But what this is for is to go into there. And I believe it may like take off the pocket clip, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that on a knife before, where they include the tool and it has that thin pass through there. Pretty neat. Just like the other one, very well knocked down inside. I mean milled out inside. Yeah, these are neat knives. they're a little hollow and kind of light sounding versus like a rosy. A rosy sounds a little more solid on the handle, something I notice. I do still think this is a better all-around knife, but there's some qualities of the Triiaxis Midnight here that I do really like. I think it's easier to thumb flick. In fact, I think it's more designed to thumb flick. It's a little harder to reverse flick. Your reverse flick naturally wants to go down more around here. So there's some ways that this could potentially be updated or modified, or maybe if he makes another knife, he could make some changes. But man, there's so much good about this thing. And part of that is quickly shown here. Let's see if I can get the zoom. I'm sorry if a lot of this has not been focused properly. Let me go in and out, and then maybe we'll get a good focus back again here. But yeah, overall, definitely a fan of this. Do you think it's a very, I don't say it's targeted at the rosy, but a very, for me, knife that's targeted at like competing with something like a rosy in terms of price point, around $700-800, in terms of action and weight. These weigh in just over 3 ounces. Rosy weighs in just under 3 ounces. So yeah, very interesting knives, and I really like this one. This one's definitely hitting the mark for me in terms of like the design itself. Right at 3 ounces on this one. So this one weighs a tad less than the newer one I got. Right at 2.95 there. Yeah, really glad to have found this one, this design. I can get the zoom back to where it should be. It's really quite nice. You can actually see the date that it was made in here and the midnight and everything. So it's kind of milled in there. It looks like it's milled a little differently than the last one that I saw. It looks like there's a little Triiaxis logo in there too, which is cool. But yeah, these are just really neat little knives. And sorry, my focus is not super good on this video. My apologies for that. I kind of missed it for the first few minutes as I was just really focused on the knife and not on the camera, unfortunately. I'm just having a little issue trying to get it to stop focusing on a single area. I don't know why it's doing that. But see how the lockup is on this one. It might be a tiny bit of wiggle there, nothing forward back, but there's a little side to side on this one. So I could maybe give it a try tightening it really quickly. Well, it's not, probably need something with more leverage. That did not feel loose there. Or maybe it's been Loctite. Might have some Loctite in it. Let me pull out the trusty tool set here and see what we can do. Should be a T8. Too much. Okay, no blade play. What's interesting is I'm not, on the last one I got hit by this tab a lot more, and it seems like it's not hitting me as much on this one. But anyways, There we go. All good. Nice knife. Definitely excited to have another one of these in the collection. And really like this variant and this finish. That is just, oops. Sorry. Quite the camera trouble on today's video. Quite the finish there, though. Very, very impressed with this, and certainly preferable for my design taste. So glad to have found this one. Thanks to the seller. I guess he found a bit of a grill knife and said he needed to let this one go. So hope that worked out for him and as well. And yeah, a nice all-around pickup, I'd say, and definitely something that's, I think, a keeper. I got to spend a little more time with it. It's not like super obvious to me right now, but it's right there. It's right there. I'd say it's probably a keeper. Probably dull that down a little bit. That's kind of precarious coming down here. That's very sharp on that edge there. That hits your finger. So that might be a, I think on the other one it wasn't quite so sharp there. But I think that one's a keeper. I think it'd be kind of cool to have one of the early versions of these. So if nothing else, just from a collector perspective, I think this one's a keeper for me. Very nice. Very nice indeed. All right, that's all for now. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.